What's going on, guys? It's Investing Hustler here, and today I'm going to talk about my top 2 stocks for the month of July. Now, before we get started with those 2 stocks, let's talk about the last video I made with my top stocks for the month of May. You could click the link above if you want to take a look at that video. One of my stock picks for my last video was Sony, ticker symbol SNE. So I released this video on April 28th, which if you look at the charts, on that day, Sony had a very bad sell-off. Sony went down over 9% in literally one day, which I saw as a perfect opportunity to buy a really good company that happened to just be on sale because of bad earnings. But immediately after that sell-off, Sony started uptrending. So if you invested in Sony when I released that video, today you would be up over 12.8%, which isn't bad, especially since there's a lot of talk about us entering a bearish market. So my second pick from my last video was Verizon Wireless, ticker symbol VZ. Now, if you watched my last video, you will hear me talk about how I thought Verizon Wireless was overbought due to its amazing earnings, and I was just going to keep an eye on the stock and wait for it to dip. So there was a perfect opportunity for me to buy into Verizon when it went down as low as $46.09, but I didn't take that opportunity. Unfortunately, I was invested in too many other companies that month. I was doing a lot of swing trades, so I just wasn't ready to take on another company. But I also did choose Verizon Wireless because they do offer a 4.7% dividend payment, and also because I think it's a very good long-term investment. 5G services are coming out, and I feel like that's going to do a lot of good for Verizon Wireless. Well, that's enough about my picks from my last video. It's time to move on to my top picks for the month of July, and the first company is going to be Paycom. Okay, so what is Paycom? Let's Google Paycom. Paycom Software Inc., known simply as Paycom, is an American online payroll and human resource technology provider. So now let's talk about why I like Paycom. First of all, they have a very impressive earnings history. Another thing to note is Paycom has grown over 25% this year alone, outperforming the industry rally of 18.7% and also outperforming the S&P 500. Also, Paycom's growth since its IPO has put companies like Facebook to shame. Paycom is up over 550% since its IPO. Meanwhile, Facebook is up over 200% over the same time frame. So I like Paycom as a long-term investment. If I buy Paycom, I plan to hold those shares for up to 5 to 10 years. I'll most likely start with a small position of $5,000, and I'll wait and hope for a drop, and if it drops, I will increase my position with Paycom. So let's move on to my number 2 stock for July, and the company is Tencent, ticker symbol TCEHY. So let's find out what is Tencent. Tencent is a Chinese multinational investment holdings conglomerate whose subsidiaries specialize in various internet-related services and products, entertainment, artificial intelligence, and technology. So why do I like Tencent, the $500 billion Chinese internet giant? One reason is because they're increasing its focus on open source after they just became a platinum member of the Linux Foundation. Now, as a platinum member, which is the highest tier, Tencent will take a board of directors seat and work more closely with the organization. Other platinum members include companies like Microsoft, AT&T, Samsung, IBM, and more. On top of that, Tencent's chief rival, Alibaba, also maintains a large presence in the open source community. I also like Tencent because of the trade tension that's been going on between the US and China, which has brought the share prices from a high of $61 and now currently sitting at $52. Which shows that there's a lot of potential for growth in this company. On top of that, Tencent's PE ratio is 37.8. When you compare that to their competitors like Alibaba at 49.3 and a company like JD.com with a PE ratio of 323.4, Tencent kind of seems like a bargain. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. If you did, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.